I recently got the Bluetti Elite 30 V2. It is a small 600 watt portable power station with 288 watt hours of battery capacity. It has two USB-C outputs and two USB-A outputs, plus the 220 volt AC outlets. These are 12 volt 8 amps, and then your car charger port, which is 12 volts 10 amps, and then it also has 12 volt to 28 volt 10 amp 200 watt input with an XT60 plug. This can be charged either by your car or through solar panels, and of course it can also be charged by AC through the port on the side. If you're wondering what you can charge with the Elite 30, I have a laptop, a phone, a small tablet, and my little DJI action camera. So we're going to go ahead and turn on the DC side first. You can hear the phone just clicked on, so it's going to start charging. The action camera is charging, you got the green light going there, and altogether our DC is about 20 watts. So now we'll turn on the AC side. You can hear the inverter kick on, and that's starting to ramp up now as the laptop is starting to charge. So altogether, we're only pulling about 85 watts to charge all these devices, and this has a 600 watt capacity, so more than enough charging capacity for more devices. The screen on the Elite 30 only shows you the total input and total output. So we have a total output of 85 watts, but we don't know how much of that is on the AC and how much is on the DC unless you go into the app. As you can see on the app, you can see how much power is going out the AC side for the laptop and how much is going to the DC side. What's nice about the screen is not only does it show you the state of charge, which right now is 95%, but it shows you the approximate amount of time before the power station dies. In this case, about 3.3 hours. And if you have a terrarium or an aquarium, or our bearded dragon here, if you need to keep the heat lamp on, and in this case he's got a heat lamp and a UV light, your Bluetti Elite 30 will keep the light on for a little while. It's a 75 watt heat lamp plus the LED UV light, drawing about 69 watts right now, which will keep this on for about 3.3 hours. The Bluetti Elite 30 V2, you can see how tiny it looks compared to my Apex 300, which it's sitting on top of. I've got the fiber internet control panel plugged into the Elite 30, so that stays on all the time, and then I've got the Elite 30 plugged into the Apex 300. And I've got the Elite 30 set to standard UPS mode, so that it'll just always stay charged and act as a normal UPS if for some reason I have an issue with the Apex 300. For demonstration purposes and testing only, because I would never charge my batteries like this in the house. They're usually sitting on concrete outside, but for testing purposes quickly, I want to see if I can charge my SMC DV Extreme 6900 milliamp hour batteries at a 2C charge rate, so roughly 14 amps is what we're going to be charging it at. And we'll see if the Bluetti Elite 30 will charge these at this rate. Let's go ahead and start these. So you can see we're ramping up, and I do have the Elite 30 plugged into AC power right now, which is why you see the input matching the output. But the key here is our output. So we're under 600 watts so far. Seem to be around 545 watts. And if you look over here, we're charging at, they're 3-cell batteries, so we're charging at 11.6 volts at 12.5 amps. The reason we're relegated to 12.5 amps instead of the 14 that I set it for, on AC power, this charger will only output 300 watts. With this charger, with these batteries, I can easily charge my batteries on the Elite 30. So talk about portability. You can see with my hand, this is very small, doesn't weigh much. I believe it's around 11 pounds. Very easy to carry out to the field. I can plug in solar panels with an XT60 connector so I could have, in theory, nearly unlimited recharging at the field. Charging at roughly 545 watts and a 288 watt hour capacity, I could pretty much run this at this rate for roughly 30 minutes. So definitely enough to get me probably one full recharge at the lake.